Ideal body count for a woman?
Minimum 3, 4, 10, 15 max.
The ideal body count for a female?
5.
For women, what do you think is the ideal body count?
Body count for women to have perceived by guys would be about 3, but realistically, I'd say we're on at least 10 to 15.
Is it a red flag if a girl has a high body count?
No.
Can you expand on that?
I mean, I don't really care what happened before me. I guess I have a high body count, right? So if I don't want somebody to hold that against me, I won't hold it against them.
If body count doesn't matter, what's your body count?
Mine's 12. Compared to my friends, especially my like bartending friends, downtown friends, yeah, most of my girlfriends are like almost near the hundreds already, so that's why I
The only time a man is not interested about a woman's body count is when a man has no future prospects with that woman. He's not looking forward to settle with that woman, so he's just there for sex. That's all. Sex and hang out and chill. That's all. That's the only time a man would not care about who's been there before him, because he's just there for sex.
You mentioned your body count.
Yeah.
Do you want to reveal that really quick right now?
I'm gonna be honest, I stopped counting at 254. So it's definitely above that.
Haram!
Wait, 254?
254 is where I stopped counting.
What, and at what point, so was that 2 years ago? When did you stop counting?
That was last year in the summer is when I stopped counting.
254.
254, yes.
When did you, at what age did you lose your virginity?
Am I allowed to say that?
Is it young?
I mean, I was not 18. I was in high school.
Is it a red flag if a girl has a high body count?
What's a high body count exactly?
A high body count means she's
gone through a lot of people. Yeah, it's probably a red flag. That's a red flag.
Why is it a red flag?
A little bit of a slut.
Would you say the same for men?
From a woman's perspective, yes.
From your perspective?
I don't think about men in that sense.
Alrighty, so what's your body count?
Would I be lying if I said like 42?
Wait, how old are you, man?
18.
8.
That's only a couple bodies per year.
Oh yeah, you're right. What about you? What's your body count?
0, but you could change that. Okay. I really like what you got going on. I like your necklace and I like your eyes.
Okay, for sure.
I've been on this earth 17 years now, so I think I'm ready.
Well, you been on this earth for how long? 17. Oh, I don't got my swagger back. I ain't not getting no cap.
Austin, what's your body count?
Oof.
Please be honest.
Sure. 2 a day, 14, 56, 60, 600. So probably in the 7,000 to 9,000 range.
It's over how many years?
20.
So you have no problem of getting attention from the boys?
It hasn't been a problem yet.
What's your secret? How do you do this?
I'm doing it for a living.
At the moment that she goes past 3, but the moment she goes past 3 men are like, what? It is insane to them.
What do you think that grown women have been doing? Like, what do you think they do? That they just sit around and wait for you to show up?
That's what some people would like to think.
You're delusional. And also, like, what difference does it make? It makes no difference whatsoever. Unless someone told you, you would have no clue. Women are being hammered with that shit from a young age, and it makes you feel like you're a bad person just because you enjoy having sex and you've had like multiple sexual partners. Right now I don't give a shit, and I really don't care, and I just find it hilarious that people can actually be a grown-up and still be bothered by something like that. But there were times in my life where I was like, this is horrible.
Here's what to say to a man who cares about your body count. I saw a video the other day where a guy was asked whether he thinks body count matters in a woman he's about to date, to which he responded, if a girl is ran through, then she's for everybody else. I kind of feel like guys want girls for themselves. We care about women's body count because we want them to be all for ourselves. We don't want them to be any other guy. We want to provide for them. We want to be the man in their world. And then he went to go on and say that 0 was his ideal body count for a woman because she got to be a virgin. I got to take that ish and show her what it's about because she's going to be mine at the end of the day. My dearest man-child, what you're describing here is the fact that you see women as objects that you can have all for your little self. Because the reality is your concern with your body count shows how little faith you have in yourself that you'll measure up to any of the men she's been with before you. A woman who's never been with another man can't find you disappointing in or out of bed because she has no one to compare you to. And while I think it's admirable that you think you want to provide for a woman and be the man in her world, I think what you mean is that you want her to think that you're the only one who can provide for her because that's how you control her. Because you're not secure enough in yourself to be with a woman who is free to leave you but chooses not to. And so in conclusion, ladies, your body count is your past, and any man preoccupied with your past has no faith in himself to make your future better. So the next time a man asks you what your body count is, tell him it's not his freaking business and leave the date as quickly as possible. Because why spend any time with a man who doesn't realize that even though your past and where you came from does matter, what matters more is what you learn from your past and where you're going next.
Women who wanna be married or wanna stay in a relationship shouldn't listen to this woman. Whatever she said does not make sense. Women, number one, control sex. So if a woman has a body count of more than 100 people, it means that that control is not working. She's practically a guy. She's practically a man. Because us guys, we don't control sex. We are able to hit anything. By anything, I mean literally anything. Anything. It won't be because we're attracted to those women or we love those women. No, it will just be because we want to bust a nut. So women control the sex. So if she has a higher body count, that means that control does not work. So you expect a man to marry that kind of woman who has no control whether she should or she shouldn't have sex. I mean, it has a future bearing. She's gonna be cheating on him. What will make her say no to other guys when she's married? Will marriage stop her? No, marriage won't stop somebody from having sex with other people because that control is not working. So we are programmed this way, even as men. If we are looking to settle with somebody, we look at such things because it shows whether somebody is able to control themselves. And if she can't control herself, imagine you as men, we barely control who we want to sleep with. Yes, we do to some extent, maybe to some extent just, but we don't control sex, we control relationship. So if you hear maybe a man say he's been in more than 20 relationships in the last 10 years or in the last 5 years, that's a red flag. Why? Because you can't be in a relationships. Every after 2 months you're in a relationship, unless you say maybe you're just in the streets and all that. So mostly you find that a man would grow up, maybe have like a body count of 100, but he's just been in a relationship maybe 3 times or 4 times or 5 times. So why? Because men control relationships and we don't just get in relationships with anybody. I don't know if I'm making sense here. So that's why some of you women, you see that when you meet a guy and maybe probably just after having sex, you get ghosted. Why? Because a guy has not seen any value in you to want to date you. Because why? We control relationships. So we have that control. We have that control, and that control, it shows that it's working. I have a couple of friends and you find that these guys are in the streets, but you find that maybe from the time I've known them, they've only dated maybe they've only been in relationships maybe 1 or 2 or 3 times, but they're in the streets, so they're just out there having fun and all that. So don't listen to this kind of woman. She's misleading you. I hope I've made a lot of sense, and subscribe to the channel if you see some sense in this video.
Women's body count does not matter because it is not a tell of someone's character. I don't even know why this has to be said. So you're telling me that, let's say within a span of 10 years, a girl has 8 boyfriends. In 10 years, huh? And she was committed, no cheating on any of her boyfriends. It just happened to not work out. That's a body count of more than 5. Does that mean she is not committed and she is flawed of character? How many girlfriends have you guys had? And even if the girl didn't have committed relationships and she just had sex with other people, you do know what a dating app is, right? A girl can be promiscuous and then once she has a boyfriend, she's super loyal. A guy also doesn't have to be promiscuous to be able to cheat. The use of something as natural as sex to bring someone down, that is a show of your character though.
Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to my channel and thumbs up on the video, and let me see you in the comment section your take on body content. I'm curious as well. Let me know your book count. I'm so out of here.